What's going on in Russia is a demonstration of desperation, and I think one should notice that. The holy water and the hollow fortresses, how superstition cloaks state failure in modern Russia. Because this phenomenon where the Orthodox liturgy is deployed as legal theatre, where incense is used to obscure the stench of scandal, where Holy Thursday, Maundy Thursday, becomes a PR strategy rather than a path to penitence. We're speaking, of course, about modern Russia and the curious case of the Kursk region. Just one day after the former Kursk governor Alexei Smirnov was arrested for embezzling over 1 billion rubles meant for border fortifications, which of course failed, his successor Alexander Kinshtein welcomed an Orthodox priest to bless his office. He solemnly declared on Telegram that sinfulness has taken root within these walls. Indeed, though one might ask whether the exorcism was for the devil, the audit trail, or simply the appalling war against Ukraine. This is not merely a curious juxtaposition of the sacred and the profane, it's a calculated tactic. In Russia, religion, particularly orthodoxy, has become not just a cultural marker but a rhetorical tool for moral laundering. The time is precise. Holy Thursday commemorates Christ washing the feet of his disciples, an act of humility and service. In Russia, it also involves domestic cleaning in preparation for Easter, but in Kursk, it appears to be the only thing is being scrubbed was the political reputation of the new governor. The subtext, to invoke Stanislavski, is unsubtle. We are not thieves, we are pious. Our problem is not corruption but sin, one that holy water, not handcuffs, can address. Now, examine where the religious right was so conveniently used to obscure something. The former governor Smirnov, arrested in a penthouse outside Moscow, is accused of leading an organized criminal scheme. He and his deputy, Alexei Dedov, allegedly demanded 15% kickbacks on every state contract for border defenses, concrete fortifications, the so-called dragon's teeth, meant to hold Ukrainian armor, crumbled in the rain because contractors used the cheaper M200 grade mix instead of the industrial strength M500. Investigators believe the true scale of embezzlement may be closer to 4.5 billion rubles, and the fortifications were not just shoddy, they were theatrical. They gave the impression, the appearance of protection while offering absolutely none. In short, the Kursk region had erected Potemkin trenches. Smirnov's arrest is not merely a moral correction, it's a message. And the Kremlin understands that it must occasionally sacrifice a pawn to protect the king. Smirnov's removal, mere months after an election he won with a 65% vote, he was just doing the Russian thing, was blamed on poor communications with refugees. But it's likely he was scapegoated for the military embarrassment of Ukrainian incursions into Kursk. And he's not the first to be purged, and he won't be the last. Russia doesn't have rule of law so much as law as a tool of selective vengeance. When the state fails militarily, economically, institutionally, it lashes out not with reform but with retribution. And God help you if you happen to be in the firing line. And here is where superstition enters. In a system where transparency or accountability is absent, orthodoxy becomes the moral fig leaf for failure. The priest is not just a spiritual advisor, he's a co-conspirator in the theatre of legitimacy. His blessing functions like a press conference, except with icons and candles instead of questions. It tells the public, this new man is pure. The corruption was spiritual, not inherent in the job. We've seen this pattern before. Blessings of military weapons, of nuclear submarines, of administrative offices. A state that cannot fix its roads or defend its borders nevertheless claims to be the guardian of eternal truth. It's not that religion has infected politics, it's that politics is hiding inside religion like a virus in a host cell. So what are we really seeing in Kursk? A religion hiding the reality, a region betrayed by its leaders, abandoned to war, and now subject to ritual cleansing. Less an act of repentance than a stage-managed absolution. The dragon's teeth were fake. the concrete was weak, and the law, like the holy water, is being used not to protect the people, but to protect the system from its own rot.